Beyonce want rock that. Well, you's a top girl. Me and you together is a rock that.
Do you like it like this?
Imagine being one half of the most powerful couple in the music industry, adored by millions, yet constantly besieged by rumors and scandals. Now, what if I told you that behind the glitz and glamour, there's a story of love, betrayal, and undying devotion? Today we delve into the tumultuous world of Jay-Z and Beyoncé, where the lines between fame and fidelity blur, and where one man's determination to protect his queen knows no bounds. Have you heard the latest buzz about Jay-Z? Seems like he's not in the best mood lately, and you know what they say, when Jay-Z isn't happy, things get serious. He's not one to take things lightly, especially when it comes to his wife, Beyoncé. You know how protective he is of her, right? Well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be on his bad side. So what's got Jay-Z all fired up this time? Well, word on the street is there's some talk about Beyoncé floating around. You know the deal with the Carters. They like to keep their personal stuff private. But this time, it seems like Jay-Z isn't just brushing it off. There's this rumor going around about leaked footage involving Beyoncé, and it's got Jay-Z seeing red. Now, Jay-Z isn't one to mess around when it comes to protecting his queen. This isn't just some minor drama that he can sweep under the rug. Nope, this time it's different. Reports say he's ready to take serious action against anyone involved. And let me tell you, people are feeling the heat. Careers might be on the line here. But let's backtrack a bit and talk about this infamous video that's causing all the fuss. You know the one, Beyoncé and Terrence Howard, way back in 2005. Beyoncé was already with Jay-Z at the time, but this performance with Terrence had been talked about for ages. It's like they were under some kind of spell. Destiny's Child rocked the stage with Cater to You at the BET Awards. And let me tell ya, they were on fire. Now let's dive into the juicy stuff. Picture this. Destiny's Child was looking for 3 lucky guys to join them on stage for a special performance. And who does Beyoncé pick? None other than Terrence Howard, who happened to be sitting right next to her parents. At first, Howard was all smiles. But as the performance went on, his expression changed. Some say he looked enchanted or something. Even after all these years, people are still talking about the crazy chemistry between Beyoncé and Terrence. Some even suggest that they could have been a power couple if Jay-Z wasn't in the picture. Yeah, not everyone's on board with Jay-Z and Beyoncé as a duo. After that jaw-dropping performance, fans were shipping Beyoncé and Terrence hard. Rumors started swirling about a possible fling between them, and apparently, Jay-Z wasn't too thrilled about it. Word on the street is he made some moves to mess with Terrence's career afterward. And guess what? Things started going downhill for Terrence from there. Back in the early 2000s, he was on the verge of being the next big leading man. His Oscar-winning performance in Crash had everyone thinking he was about to take over Hollywood. Then in 2008, he stepped into the Marvel Universe with Iron Man as Rhodey, raking in that sweet cash and being the highest paid actor in the movie. But fast forward to 2010, and bam! Don Cheadle swoops in as Rhodey in the Iron Man sequel. Rumor has it Terrence got hit with a massive pay cut offer, slashing it by 50% to 80% for Iron Man 2. But here's where it gets interesting. Did he turn down the offer himself, or was there some behind-the-scenes drama, maybe even involving Jay-Z? Entertainment Weekly spilled some piping hot tea back in the day, suggesting Terrence might have a bit of a temper issue, being a handful on set.
Before the video shoot, I was told I'm not in any scene with her, which to me at the time, the way I was thinking about the video was totally different. I thought we were gonna kind of.
Now, Terrence Howard would go ahead and state that he's retiring to let new talent through and save the planet. This is the end for me, he said. There are some better actors out there that can do things that I was never able to do. But folks ain't buying it. Nope, they're side-eyeing him real hard and pointing fingers at none other than Jay-Z. Now let's dig deeper into the tangled web of rumors surrounding Jay-Z, where another name enters the fray: Sean Paul. It's like Jay-Z had a radar for anyone getting close to Beyonce, and he wasn't having it. Rumors suggest things got chilly between Sean and Jay-Z after they shot the music video for their hit, Baby Boy. Sean himself set the record straight during an interview with the Daily Beast. He spilled about his favorite collaborations, like with Busta Rhymes and Rihanna. But when Beyonce came up, Sean kept it real. He admitted they didn't exactly hang out, but he had major respect for her music and looks. When Queen Bey reached out for a collab, Sean was all in. Despite the track's success, Sean revealed he only got to perform it with Beyonce 3 times, which bummed him out. During one performance, things got funky real quick. Sean rushed over to join Beyonce on stage, but something felt off. Despite giving it his all, he couldn't feel the crowd's energy. It turns out someone had messed with his mic backstage, sabotaging his performance. Now let's talk about when things really hit the fan. The first time Sean's mic got sabotaged, he brushed it off as a glitch. But when it happened again, he knew something fishy was going on. He had another performance lined up with Beyonce, this time in Scotland for an MTV event. During rehearsal, everything seemed smooth sailing. They planned this epic performance with Sean popping up from under the stage to join Beyonce at the center stage, surrounded by fire. But when it was Sean's turn to spit his verse, the track started looping the same part over and over. Sean was like, "What's the deal here?" That's when it clicked for him. Someone was trying to mess with his shine. And apparently, after this mess, Beyonce decided to confront Sean about those dating rumors. She was worried it was messing with her rep. But Sean was like, "Hold up, I knew Jay before you, and we were cool. So maybe me and him should chat first." But Beyonce's team wasn't having it. They made it crystal clear they weren't going to work with Sean anymore. Then there's the VMAs debacle. Beyonce tells Sean they're going to rehearse for their performance. But the day before the big show, Sean overhears someone else rehearsing Baby Boy. Surprise, surprise. When they check with the label, they're hit with the news: Beyonce's flying solo for the performance. For Sean, it was not only awkward, but downright humiliating, especially having to sit through the show with his wife and other celebs asking why he wasn't up there. And when Sean finally realized there was some serious sabotage going on, he decided to cut his losses and bounce. Lesson learned: you don't mess with Jay-Z when it comes to Beyonce. Alright, before we dive into the other guys Beyonce has allegedly been close to, let's touch on the Jay-Z and Beyonce partnership. Some folks out there label their marriage as toxic, claiming Jay-Z must have been pulling the strings since Beyonce was young. Let's rewind to the year 2000. There are not many details about how they first met, but Beyonce spilled the beans saying that it happened when she was just 18. Picture this. They're sitting next to each other on a plane at the 2000 MTV Spring Break Music Festival. Jay-Z even dropped a reference to that moment in one of his songs, singing, "We played it cool at the pool of the Cancun VMA. Confidence you exude makes the fool stay away. Fate had me sitting next to you on the plane, and I knew straight away." So maybe it was a bit of love at first sight. But hold up, they didn't spill the relationship tea until 4 years later at the MTV Video Music Awards. Maybe they waited those 4 years to let Beyonce age a bit before making it public. Cause some folks side-eyed the fact that Jay-Z got involved with her when she was 18, and he's a solid 12 years older. While their 12-year age gap might not be such a big deal for many couples, the fact that they first met when she was a fresh 18-year-old and he was 30 puts a pretty hefty weird stamp on their relationship. Age stuff aside, some folks have been pointing out the power dynamics right from the get-go. Beyonce was already a big deal, but Jay-Z was a heavyweight in this industry, with way more power and influence. This mix of age and power has got people questioning how consensual and ethical their relationship was at the start. Alright, fast forward a bit. After 4 years of public dating, in 2008, bam! Secret wedding ceremony. We didn't even know they were engaged, let alone tying the knot. And as much as we'd love a perfect love story, reality is a bit messier. You've probably heard about Jay-Z's famous cheating scandal back in 2012, right? It caused quite a stir, especially since it happened just 2 years after Blue Ivy was born. Then, things got even more intense with that crazy elevator showdown between Jay-Z and Solange. You know, Beyonce's sister? It was all caught on camera, with Solange going off on Jay-Z while Beyonce tried to calm things down. It was like a scene from a movie. Seriously. After the whole drama blew up, the three of them released a statement, basically saying they've worked things out as a family. But let's be real, it was a pretty wild situation. Fast forward to 2016, Beyonce dropped her album, Lemonade, and suddenly, it felt like all eyes were on her and Jay-Z's relationship. 2 songs in particular, Hold Up and Sorry, seemed to point fingers at Jay-Z for maybe messing around. Beyonce's lyrics had everyone talking, especially about this mysterious Becky with the good hair. People started speculating like crazy, trying to figure out who Becky was. And then, Rachel Roy, who used to be friends with Jay-Z, posted some stuff on Instagram that had everyone thinking she might be Becky. People flooded her social media with bee and lemon emojis, thinking they had uncovered something big. So yeah, things were pretty intense between Beyonce and Jay-Z for a while there. But hey, they're a family. They worked through it. And now it's all water under the bridge. But man, what a roller coaster ride it was. So after all the bee and lemon emojis flooded Rachel Roy's socials, let's just say she was feeling the heat from Beyonce's fans. It was like walking into a lion's den with that crowd. Then some internet sleuths dug up some old stories suggesting Jay-Z might have been dating Foxy Brown when she was just 15. Yeah, you heard that right. It's kind of similar to what Diddy allegedly did with Cassie when she was barely 19. Adding more fuel to the fire, blogger Storm Monroe hinted at some big exposés coming up. But wait, there's more. Rumors started flying about Jay-Z getting Foxy Brown to sign some secret agreements after a supposed steamy encounter involving her, Jamie Foxx, and Jay-Z. Yeah, a rumored threesome. But then, right after this supposed rendezvous, a video of the whole thing mysteriously disappeared from Foxy's place. Suspicious, right? And let's not forget, Jay-Z and Foxy crossed paths when she was just 15 and he was 27. Yeah, definitely raises some eyebrows. Even though Foxy denies any romantic involvement and says it's all about the music, people still find it sketchy. Jay-Z kept bringing her on stage during his tours while she was still a teenager, giving off some major deja vu vibes from the whole Aaliyah and R. Kelly drama. They were always seen together, hitting the same parties. So picture this, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown were hitting the same parties, and naturally, people started wondering if there was something more to their connection. Then, in '97, they hit us with I'll Be, solidifying their status as a rap dream team. The chemistry between them was off the charts, creating this killer combo of lyrics, beats, and a shared passion for their craft. But then things took a turn in Foxy's career. She was gearing up to release Black Roses, but out of nowhere, bam! She was hit with hearing loss. The album got shelved, and her career hit a major roadblock. Rumors started swirling about Jay-Z not being happy with how things were going, hinting at a possible label detour. The hype around Black Roses eventually faded away, shaking up their collaboration journey. Alright, let's fast forward to May 2007. Black Hand Entertainment steps in to manage Foxy Brown, now under Black Rose Entertainment with Coke Records handling distribution. Big career pivot, right? A fresh start for her artistic vision. But things didn't quite go as planned. Now, why did Foxy's career take a nosedive despite having Jay-Z in her corner? She's super talented, and she's always spoken highly of Jay. You'd think he would have pulled some strings to keep her in the game, right? Well, many folks believe that after Jay was done with Foxy, he just let her fade into the background. Rumors have it that as Foxy grew up and realized how messed up her relationship with Jay-Z was, she no longer felt okay being his little secret. That's when things went south. Jay not only ended things with her personally, but also professionally. he stopped collaborating with her and even blacklisted her in the industry. According to Storm, once the industry is done with Diddy, Jay-Z is next in line to face the music. He's hinting at some shady stuff Jay allegedly got into over the years that the public isn't going to be too thrilled about. He also talked about Jay-Z's past collaborations with R. Kelly and how good PR and industry influence can keep skeletons locked in the closet. And then there's this Uncle Ron guy. Used to be a bodyguard for celebs, and there are some pics of him with Beyonce floating around. But the details of their relationship are a bit fuzzy. Anyhow, he's making some bold claims, like saying Jay-Z and Beyonce secretly schemed to mess up R&B artist Carrie Hilson's career after she said something about Queen Bey. Then he drops the bombshell, claiming Jay-Z's been controlling Beyonce for years, saying their relationship is more business than romance. Whew, talk about drama. So there's been some wild talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship, right? Some folks are even saying Jay-Z's been controlling Beyonce, while others think she's been dealing with some heavy stuff herself, like that viral clip of Beyonce looking off at a basketball game with Jay-Z. Then there are all these rumors about Beyonce being linked to other guys, like Justin Timberlake, Cisco, Marquess Houston, and Pharrell Williams. It's got people wondering why Beyonce hasn't kicked Jay-Z to the curb, especially with his history of violence. What do you think about all this drama? Drop your thoughts below.